Hey guys, I want to talk to you today about how we do spending in Congress. And as I see it, there's two real big issues with the way we do it. I'm going to explain those to you right now. The first issue is what's called Omnibus Spending. So what that means is we take a lot of unrelated categories of spending, we lump them all together in this kind of take it or leave it, vote yes or no approach, and we have all these different categories. So what do I mean by that? So today, for instance, we're voting on a bill that has commerce, justice, science, agricultural, rural development, food and drug administration, the interior, environment, military construction, veterans affairs, transportation, and housing and urban development appropriations acts. There's a lot in there. There's a lot to be for, and there's a lot to be against. And this creates problems. Again, this take it or leave it approach. So, for example, there's a lot of good in some of these things. There's mental health provisions. There's increased spending for graduate medical education. That's great for Texas, by the way. But of course, there's also a lot of bad. It doesn't correctly fund the military. It doesn't correctly fund what we need for our nuclear security and what our nuclear posture review actually indicated we did need. It definitely doesn't fund our problems at the border and the humanitarian crisis we're seeing there. So it's a bad way to do business. The way this is supposed to work in the budget process is we tackle each of these issues separately. Okay, we vote on each appropriations bill, we debate on each appropriations bill separately, and then we pass it on its own merits. The way it's done instead is, again, take it or leave it approach. So you have to then decide, is there enough good stuff in there to actually vote for? And in this case, unfortunately, there probably won't be. The second big issue, and this is a larger problem with the way we do business up here. Remember, we don't have to balance the budget in Congress. At the state levels, you oftentimes see that the state government has to balance the budget. What does that mean? It means they have to make trade-offs, okay? They have to make decisions on and choices on what they can spend money on. In Congress, that isn't always the case. So what does this cause? What does this precipitate? Well, it allows members to basically make a moral superiority argument for spending. It allows members to say, I am more moral than you. I'm a better person than you because I'm willing to spend more money on this particular subject, this particular good thing. It allows members to essentially shame each other into spending more. And you don't want to be against all the nice things and the good intentions that somebody might be in favor of. This is how you eventually get to unsustainable spending levels. This is how you get a $1 trillion omnibus spending bill, because it's too easy to keep tacking things on there. There's no incentive to actually make choices, and it's a real problem when we're talking to our future generations about the debt that they are incurring. It's one of the big reasons we have a $22 trillion debt, because there's no incentive to actually balance the budget. That's my take on spending in Congress for today.